begin to show.
Hey guys, Waco here, Waco Designs, and today I'll show you how to make an avatar just like mine. As you can see, we have this circle with some swirly things, random things going on, and we have a letter. In my case I used the W for Waco because I don't know, yeah. Okay, so let's go right into Photoshop, and I'm just gonna start over here. To do this, we're gonna go ahead and make a new layer, a new document even, and we're gonna make it one by one, as I said. So I like to use 1500 by 1500. This is obviously optional. You wanna have the color mode JPG color, of course, and I like the resolution on 600. Let's go ahead and hit OK. And as you can see, my workspace is a bit different than yours, but that shouldn't matter. You should be able to follow along. Now, to get out your rulers, which we will need, you'll press Ctrl R on your keyboard, or Command R if you're on a Mac. And you will simply click and drag into the middle, and as you will see, it will snap right in the middle of the document. And you do the same from the top, and it snaps at 750 since we made it 1500 pixels. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our background, and to do that we're gonna use the gradient tool. To find the gradient tool, you will go to your tools, and it's under the paint bucket. You right click on the paint bucket and the gradient tool will appear. Now it's important that you have your gradient tool to be a radial gradient, so you will click on the circle looking icon up here. Not this one, but this one. And let's change the colors. By default it will look like this, and we'll just go ahead and we make a very light gray, like so, fade into white. Okay, so now we just drag in the middle from the document, which we found using the rulers and the guides, to one of the corners, and we'll make this nice effect. Now you might think, well, Waco, wasn't your document black? Yeah. To do this, we just press Ctrl I to invert the layer of the colors. You see now it fades from gray to black. Alright, so let's go ahead and call this background, and we can hide it for now. Now we have to do the tricky stuff. Not really tricky, but the more important stuff in order for this to work. Let's go ahead and make a new layer, and we call this weird ball. Okay, so you want to select your brush tool, which is on B or right here, and then you want to hit F5 on your keyboard to open your brush settings. Now by default your brush will look like this, but you want to go ahead and select shape dynamics, and if nothing is changed, this will be at all these things will be at zeros. Now you want to take the size, angle, and roundness here all the way up to 100%, like so. I like the maximum roundness at around 10%, but it's completely up to you. Now we don't need this anymore, so we have our, you see it make this random path of what you will call it. And actually, right, remember it, go up to your press F5 again, go to your brush tip shape. You want to bring this in, like you will make it like this, and you can rotate if you want to make it even more random. I'm gonna keep it like that. It's the roundness you want to adjust, and the angle. So I got 33 degrees, 36 sorry, and 36% roundness. So it will make this weird path. Okay, now to make a circle, we're gonna use our marker tool, and to find that, you right click on the square marking tool or rectangular, and you will just choose the ellipse one. You want to find the middle of the document, which we have already done by using the guides. So simply just place your cursor onto layer line. You can now click and drag while holding Shift and Alt, or Shift and Command, I believe, or Option if you're on a Mac. Now let's make this 1000 pixels, sorry, in height and width. So now we got this selection, and we're gonna go back and select our brush tool with the brush we just made. So we go ahead, we can size this, doesn't matter that much, it's up to you. Let's do it like this. And you want to spread it equally all around the ball or the circle, like so. See how it makes this random trail? Yeah, okay. So when you did that, you want to click Control D to deselect, and then you want to go ahead and make a new layer. Do the same thing. Now, just control click on this avatar of the weird ball, so you will get the selection of that what you just did, and you will press Control Shift I to invert the selection. Now this will enable us to be able to draw out here, but not in here where we already drew. Okay, so let's go ahead and just draw around, and again spread it equally, like so. Just follow along the circle. Okay, so, and you want to press Ctrl D again. Now, as you may notice, you have this white ring in the middle of them. Really doesn't matter, but you can press Ctrl T and you can make it a slide. Press Ctrl T to transform it, and then just make it like fade in, like so. And it's still kind of obvious that they are blending together there, but it doesn't matter. So we're gonna go ahead and select both of those layers by either clicking one of them and clicking Control on the other one, holding Control and clicking on the other one, or just clicking on one and holding Shift clicking on the other one. Okay, so we're gonna right click, merge layers. So now this is one layer. Okay, but since our background is black and we want to be able to color this, we're gonna press Control I again to make it white, to invert it. Now, when we did this, you can enable your background again. You will have this thing, and in order to make it this swirly thing, you're gonna go into your filter, down to the distort, and select twirl. By default, this will be at 50 degrees. You want to go ahead and crank that all the way up to 999 degrees. And it will give it this cool effect. You see? It's already starting to look like mine. Okay, so let's call this twirl and make a new layer. Call it color. Now we want to go ahead in the color layer and change the blending mode to color, obviously. Now you can choose whatever color you want. I'm just going to choose a red one for this example, and you want to go ahead and select your normal brush again. Make sure you don't select a hard one. You want one with 0 hardness. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is just decrease the flow a bit to like 70%, and I'm just gonna go around here. You see it already has some red color now. We're gonna decrease the opacity a bit to like 80%. Maybe add a bit of color up here, like so. We can add a layer mask because we don't want to see it in the middle here, right here. Okay, so now we got that. We're gonna click on our twirl layer, or ball layer, right click, blending options. And now you want to go down to color layer, overlay again, and you just use the default color, the same colors you have. To get the same colors you have, you can click on the foreground color here, and you can copy the color code, but this is in the full saturated red, so it's easy to get. And you would just go to color overlay, sorry, wrong layer, my bad. Color overlay, you would click here and you would paste the new color code in there, and you will get the exact same color. Now let's go down and change the blending mode to color and decrease the opacity to like 50%. This won't make a big difference, but it's notable. Okay, so when you've done that, you want to add some glow, and we're gonna use outer glow. And this obviously needs to be the same color, or it will look stupid. So we'll go ahead again, just paste our color code in there, and we have it. Now you can play with the quality here, and I like to choose this counter because it will follow the model better. And then bunch the range up to 100%. Now increase the size and the spread until you find what you like. You can change the blending mode maybe to normal. Not a big difference since it's a black background. Now if you have a white background, you want to use normal, and not necessarily white, but if you have a light background, you want to choose darken. So okay, we added our glow, it's glowy. Here we go. Okay, so we can select those. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. So we can go on the top layer and we can set our foreground color to white. Now we want to choose our text tool and just click here, type a letter. I'm gonna use W because Wacolize, yeah. And I use a font called Diffused. You can use whatever you want. If you don't know where to find any cool fonts, you can use dafont.com or 1001 free fonts where you can download fonts. Anyways, now you want to place this directly in the middle, exactly in the middle even. And to replace things, or to transform things, you can use Ctrl-G, which will enable you to, or give you permission to transform, like resize, rotate, etc. You want to place this in the middle, as I said. I'm not gonna do it perfect, just like so. For now, it's a tutorial. And to gain the same color of the surroundings, we're gonna right click on the twirl or the ball layer, right click, copy layer style. We're gonna go to our text here, we're gonna paste layer style. Now notice this won't make a big effect, it's barely noticeable, but we also want to go ahead and add an inner glow this time. And the reason this won't help a lot is due to the fact that it's white and this blending mode is set to screen. You see here, when I change the blending mode from screen to normal, you can see the glow. Alright, so we're just gonna leave it like this for now. We have a nice inner glow, and we can go to our color layer, drag it upon the layer we want to use, and just go ahead, like, we don't want it here in the middle, but we do kind of want it out here. Whoops, wrong color. I'm painting on the wrong, I'm so good. Okay, now you want to be sure that you select the layer mask. And to remove, if you want to remove stuff, you use the black foreground color. If you want to add, you use the white foreground color, like so. And you can obviously just go back to your own color and do it like this, and then back to the layer mask and remove where you don't want it. Boom, boom. Whoops, sorry. Alright, so there you have it, guys. You made an avatar just like mine. Let me know how your looks and if you find this helpful. This is my first tutorial I ever upload. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching, guys.